Hey guys, Ken here. I'm about to piss some people off.
And it pissed people off.
Sorry. Stay tuned for the rest of the video. I'll tell you why. Let's have a seat here. Let's have a conversation, shall we? Have you guys seen... let me just show you a little clip of what happened here recently. I think it was today or yesterday. Check this out.
Breaking news out of Mexico. Paul and Christy are out of Mexico. This has finally happened. This Michigan couple held for 32 days in a maximum security prison in Cancun, a resort town. All of it over a timeshare dispute. They're in the air. They're flying home as we speak. If you've been following the coverage, you know that they flew to Cancun on vacation last month and were promptly arrested at the airport. Their alleged crime, having been mired in what looks like a civil dispute with a high-end hotel chain called the Palace Resorts. Let me repeat that. A timeshare contract dispute landed this American couple in a maximum security prison in Mexico for a month. It took a freshman U.S. congressman from Michigan and a top hostage negotiator from the Trump administration to spring the Akeos from that hellhole. And I do mean hellhole. The toilets didn't flush. The food was inedible, they said. Cells were overcrowded, and fellow inmates were rapists and murderers. The Akeos lost about 30 pounds each, according to friends who saw pictures of them yesterday with the congressman.
These people, 32 days, I think they were in prison in Mexico. Maximum security prison, I guess. Lost like 30 pounds. You guys saw a clip. Timeshares. I do not condone or will I ever do a timeshare. Now, I've been to Cabo, I've been to Cancun, I've been to Playa del Carmen, the Riviera Mayan. I love Mexico, I love the people. But I hate timeshares, I hate timeshare pitches. I've heard horror stories about timeshares. We went to the Vedanta with some friends, and he said they're going to give you a timeshare pitch when you sign, when you come in. I think they were there a few days before we got there. Shout out to them. We had a great deal. Spent 7 days at Vedanta, but it's in the Riviera Mayan. But sure enough, we get there, we sign in and put our stuff in there and that sort of thing. And the guy, my friend points him out. This is the timeshare guy. He's going to give you the pitch, right? And so he walks up to me, and our friends are right there too. And really nice, respectful guy. But this is how I handle these timeshare people. I just kind of authoritative voice tone, I guess you would say, that I try to use. And he says, hey, we'll give you a free dinner. You'll get, I think it was 25% off of your whole stay for food and drinks and what have you. And I looked him square in the eye and I said, I don't believe in timeshares. I don't do timeshares. Thank you very much. I'm not interested. And that was it. And he looked at me, he looked at our friends, and he said, okay, well, enjoy your stay here. And he walked away. It's that simple. Don't get locked in the room with these people. Oh, it's only 30 minutes, or it's only an hour. How many times have you heard people tell you that, and they're there for 2, 3, 4 hours or longer? What, for steak dinner? Free barbecue? 2 nights free stay? That's a great deal, but that's what the whole thing. They get you in the room. I don't think they always lock the doors, but they close the doors and they kind of keep you from leaving. Our friends, other friends, were in a timeshare for like 4 hours. They couldn't even get water and stuff half the time. They were starving, they were hungry, and just don't do it. It's a trap. I mean, if you do the basic math of most people that have timeshares, now, some people love their timeshares, and I get it. They use them for 2, 3, 4 years or longer. But then they try to get out of them, and it's near impossible. And it's a game. It's a racket. Years ago when I was younger, it was the used car salesman you had to watch out for, right? Now, I have a horror story on that one, but I could tell you some other time. But just don't do it. It's not worth it. If you figure the math on most of these timeshares, what it costs for your maintenance fees, you only get 2 weeks at this one resort for, certain parts of the year. And people like our friends that have had timeshares for such a long time, they're getting pushed out because, well, why? It's money. They want to sell new timeshares to new people not the person that's been there, going there for 15, 20 years, because they got such a cheap rate, you know, even though their maintenance fees keep stacking up. But they get the new person in there and they sign them for 3, 4, 5 times of what those folks signed up for, you know, 15 years ago. Don't do it. It's a racket. I think these people in Mexico that were in a maximum security prison, it's like $110,000. It was the Palace Resorts, I believe it was. And, you know, not knocking Palace Resorts. I've never stayed there. I've stayed at the Royal Sands. I've stayed at the Vedanta. Cabo, I stayed at the Rio Santa Fe, which is next to the Rio Palace. It was all right, and it was a nice stay. It was a great stay. I love Mexico, but you're better off saving up your money, paying cash for your trip, and then going home. No commitment. You know what you're going to spend roughly. You spent it, and you save it for the next time. You will be money ahead to do that. And yeah, you pay a little bit more to stay there for sure. But in the long run, once you start stacking up the maintenance fees and stuff, it's well worth it. Don't do timeshares. They're impossible to get out of. And yeah, probably pissed a few people off. Sorry about that. That's my opinion only. I'm not endorsed by non-timeshare people or anything like that. But it's a racket. Like there's so many other scams and rackets out there, right? Let me know about your timeshare experience, your timeshare nightmare, or why you like your timeshare. Why do you think it makes sense and it's affordable for you? And if it is, great, but the majority of it's not. Leave a comment below. Also, I've got some new things going on. There'll be some links and descriptions down below you can check out. Support the channel. I appreciate it. Like, share it with your friends. Tell the traffic to slow down on the road. They go way too fast. And kids are in school. It's Friday. Yeah, comment below. Let me know what you like about your timeshare. All I know about, I've heard about, well, I don't want to name drop timeshares. There's a ton of them out there, and they all have their own. But you want to stop this kind of stuff from happening to other people, share the word, share the video, share any video. The whole goal for me is to serve and help people. And, you know, that comes from the heart, really, it does.